hour and a half away from here. So you got that, and I do got some friends that's gonna be going there, so we'll see how it is. And plus other rumors that's supposed to happen tomorrow. Talk about that. But and plus, bus news and stuff like that, and some stuff that I got from the pro shop, which I think it started when I started going in 2022, I believe. I don't think it started earlier before that because sorry, you need to get like Bucks notification to know some of that stuff. And yeah, I think the first year they started was like a few years ago. Well, it wasn't like a big sale, but they was just having like sales and stuff like that. But it wasn't like they posterized it on like local TV or anything like that. It was just like for people that joined like on their Bucks app and stuff like that. They'll let them people know. And plus, if season tickets holder, they'll let them know too. So, Dwayne Jones, 112. Hey, welcome to the live. I appreciate you joining. Like I said, like ain't that much gonna be going on. We probably will look about some comic book and movies and TV news to see if there's anything going in that part. But first, we're gonna start out with wrestling news. So let me get this pre-recorded episode going. Screencast, and I know what's the last thing I put up, and I think the last thing I put up was yesterday about probably like late yesterday morning about the highlights of the wrestling show that I was at. So y'all get a chance, y'all see it on YouTube, check it out. And there's also like a special match was posted on there for from that show as well. So the thing is, if you see that video, it may contain some spoilers of because they had a rookie combine tournament, so it may contain some spoilers, not all of it, just some of it. So it may show like who made it, to the finals, but it doesn't show like who won. So the finals. So keep that to myself. You want to find out? You can check out what's it, Legacy Pro Wrestling Facebook page, and also House of Headlocks Facebook page as well. So hey, no, what's going on? And Soccer Kid, welcome to the channel. Like I said, let me try to get this recorded, and we are gonna start in 3, 2, 1. Hey, what's up, everybody that's watching? This pre-recorded episode of WFSO Aftermath. And I was just telling people on the live that this might end up being a short show because ain't that much to talk about. So probably because when I say that, it's gonna end up going like 2 hours or something like that. And you're like, oh my god, I wasted like all that time. But yeah, but I guarantee this is gonna be no more than an hour because it really ain't that much to talk about. And Viv, I think it's like vid or like video or something like that. So sorry, I pronounce it wrong. Um, Welcome to the live and welcome to the YouTube channel. Tommy Shipman 125. Hello. Thanks you for joining the live. And if you got opportunity to, you guys that's watching live on TikTok, please send some likes. It will help people know more about this what I do, like talk about stuff. So please spread the word. Um but as for you guys on here, same thing with you Twitch. Please, share the live videos. We try to go live certain videos as much as we can. So we try to do that. But anyways, I guess we can talk about some little bit wrestling news first. I think the crazy thing is that I'm shocked when I heard this news, and I think this news was out like a day or two ago that Billy Gunn's sons they were with AEW, and I guess somehow some way their contract did expire without anybody knowing. Krista plus Jaden, hey you guys, welcome to the live. Um, which I was find kind of like shocking that that you were thinking that Tony Khan would probably be signing them back and kept them, but nope. The rumors out there that WWE has signed the Gunn brothers. So probably be interesting on some scenarios of what they gonna do with it, with them too. So because then again, like the SmackDown brand tag team is pretty good. NXT kind of losing like a little bit of the slump and they don't got enough tag teams. So if they end up sending them to NXT right away, they're having like a good tag team division. Raw got an okay tag division, but it's like not enough for Raw wise. It's not enough. But yeah, and plus y'all probably saw, this past Monday that freaking Gunter won back the world title. So sad that it seems like Jay only hold that title for like about nearly 2 months, which I don't understand. But from what was explained, Battle 664. Hey, welcome to the live. Um, the thing is like just like the surprise person that's gonna be at Green Bay tonight. Y'all probably already know because it was like announced. Will be Goldberg, and y'all probably heard from like other spoiler. I'm not spoilers, but journalists on their page and stuff like that. That he's gonna make a return. Tomorrow while they're in Green Bay, and it's gonna end up challenging for the World Heavyweight title, which now they got a planned date, but it's not official yet. So they're thinking of doing it in Saturday night's main event, which would be in Atlanta. So that's kind of like Goldberg's on hometown. So why not? And there's some other news too. I think his son is going to sign with WWE next in line part. So because I know he's like going like playing college football and stuff like that, or he's going to. And yeah, WWE signed him to the like next in line. So like football career don't go well, join WWE. And the same thing with like the other sons that joined next in line too recently. Of course you heard about Mark Henry's son is like signed with them, but I think they're gonna like put him like down there and just like work with him and stuff. So he was already signed like the WWE, but it's just like a matter of time. So I guess they may be training him or something like that. So that could be it. Um, who else? Titus O'Neil's son had joined the Next in Line program for WWE, and of course y'all know about Scott Steiner's son too. Played college football this past season. He's gonna be in the Next in Line contract with WWE. So yeah, there goes that flag. I kind of figured it was, so I gotta find that one tape. It never lasts. Um, let's see. I'm trying to see anything else that's going on. And for all you fathers out there that out there with your kids and spend time with your kids and things like that. So, happy Father's Day to you guys. That's the real guys that's out there actually take care of the kids. And I know there guys that are upset that like some of us talk about there's women out there that's fathers too, only because the fathers that they had their son with and stuff like that don't be around. We're getting a little bit my dad. So I did wish him a happy Father's Day too. So I don't know if he's watching. He's probably not because he don't know I'm doing this. But happy Father's Day to him too. Happy Father's Day to my son. He'll be back in the next 8 weeks. He's gonna be going to advanced training for the next 8 weeks, and we'll be back then and go like a little get together. So that should be fun. Um, I did say like Happy Father's Day to my wife too because she was watching her boy ever since the incident happened with the ex, and not gonna go into full details, but yeah, she does her best to raise that boy, and just glad like the man that he has become. So I am happy about that. Um, I was really oh excuse me sorry about that guys. Didn't need to watch no AEW this week because I actually did, watch it. So, should be interesting. And I did, just watch, Friday Night SmackDown before we came on the air. Interesting. So CM Punk, not CM Punk, but John Cena for the first time in like matter of I think like over a year, he has a match on SmackDown. So that's something big. Honey Renee, hey, welcome to the channel. Well, not channel, but the live. Please stick around. If you're interested in wrestling, Milwaukee Bucks comic book movies and TV news and Milwaukee development, you will like this live, and also you will also like if you want to join the YouTube channel. We talk about that too, and most of the videos will be on that too. And I don't know how it is with Facebook, and I know Twitch they only hold video for like a week, and TikTok I'm not even sure like how long they hold their videos, so that's like a question mark on that. But yeah, like of course y'all saw Nikki Bella was back on Raw this past Monday. From what it seems like, but this is just my guess, and I know I probably heard it everywhere else, but this is just my guess. So they're probably gonna have the Bella Twins, finally have a tag team match because they've been like a team for so long. And guys, as I was saying for you guys that was watching on YouTube, I apologize, and I took it either try to get a stronger signal or try to do something else because right now is but the thing is not like plugged up or anything like that. Air. So kind of strange, but I thought it was worth it. And apologize for people that just lost us on Facebook. Just seems like things can never get right, so we're gonna end up figuring this out. So if I end up, have to like pay more money for the service, I probably would do that, even if it's like 10 or 20 bucks more. Probably would go for it because at least everything that I got right now, like going on and stuff like that, would be a little bit more cheaper than I was dealing with Spectrum. So yeah, and plus y'all probably saw on SmackDown that they got qualifying first round matches for King of the Ring, and no, I did not like the outcome. Nothing against Randy Orton or Cody Rhodes, but they are both in the semifinals, one of their matches, and let's see, was it Seth Rollins that it was Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker that cost LA Knight the shot at being in advancing to the next round. So yeah, that sorry kind of sucks. Like I said, really not much to talk about. But if y'all did catch AEW this past Wednesday for like the past 2 weeks, they doing like 4 hour shows. So let me know what y'all think about it. Like just we can just chat about it. So let me know what y'all thoughts about that. So we will. Yeah, really, not that. Oh yeah, almost did resign with WWE and they multi contract, but we're hoping that they finally will use the guy for once, and not just have him sit there in the sidelines and send him to pro wrestling overseas and stuff like that. But it was good. Like, at one point, when he was over there, he was a tag team champion, and one of the promotions that WWE is working with in Japan. So that's good for him. Then ended up WWE decided to call him back, and he had to forfeit the one of his the tag titles. So just kind of sucks. So it's gonna be interesting. And plus, Triple A did have their Triple Mania. And I don't know if it's still going on or it just ended. We had no results of that, so kind of shocked. But then again, Wrestling Incorporated ain't about Triple A, Triple Mania. Yeah, we're gonna see if there's the K Ringside News had the results. So so it's like since AAA, since WWE owns, AAA, it's like why are they not, pushing them up more or putting them like on their platform? You know what I mean? And let's see, we get to some so dark match. Pure Azteca, Charlo Negro, and Thierry Universal Jr. defeated El Linger or Negro and Dark Zorro. Okay. Oh, Del I was heavily booed when showing that finish. That's a shock. I thought they were fan favorite. Flamer defeated Dolly's and Lady. Okay, them probably was like a women's match. So Lady Shiny at Triple A. Of course, Flamer won. Guess it was a three-way went. Sorry, three-way match. Twist up my words. The Parker, Octagon Jr. and L'Oreal Kid take on the Lost Vipers. Let's see. So La Parka, Octagon Jr. and L'Oreal Kid did win for his team. Six-man tag. So another six-man tag. Mr. Iguana, Burger King. Funny. A wrestler named Burger King. Willis 581. Hey, welcome to the live. Wow, a wrestler named Burger King. So they did defeated the Tokyo Bad Boys. Okay, so there's that. Okay, Alberto Patron and El Patron and Jairo Del Hilo going to have a rematch. So and yeah. Oh wow, it was a triple threat match for the TNA X Division title. So that's cool. Blues versus Joe Hendry versus Hydro Del Dr. Wagner Jr. versus. Oh no, it's a fatal four way. I'm sorry. El Messes. I'm sorry if I get the name wrong. And let's see. Blues hit Wagner with the spear and wins for the pin, but it wasn't enough to secure it. Okay, do they mean it was enough? Um, so yeah, they just really ain't making this clear. So I take it Moose probably retained. Okay, so then after no, I ain't gonna talk about after the match. AAA World Tag Team Championship. You got Fido Tasma, of course Angel and Berto, and you got Sanson and For Forestio. Sorry if I said the name wrong. They're the current tag champions. Then you got the Nemeth brothers, who are currently TNA tag team champs. Then you got Pingano and Psycho Clown. So let's see who won this. Wow, okay. Somebody from WWE or the new AAA tag champs. That's a Los Garza. Okay, that's what they was called, Los Garza, before they was on Tasma. So Berto and Garza, oh well, Angel and Berto are tag team champions of AAA. I'm shocked. I really am shocked because they was actually, Bernie Savage. Welcome to the live. I just caught your name, so I appreciate it. Thank you, and thank you for the likes that I got on TikTok so far. So just keep them coming. So like I said, welcome to the live. I'm Melanie. Keep sending those likes. Now we got the AAA Mega Championship. Well, that's actually their main belt because it ain't like World Championship or anything like that. It's just Mega Championship. So the rematch from a few weeks ago. So let's see. So I think they got Vikino as the heel on in Mexico, but they got Alberto El Patron as a face. And some of the times they look like they just call them like Del Rio, which that is still like in limbo because I think WWE doesn't know if they want to resign them or keep them or whatever the case may be. They do not know. So okay, so look like a fast paced match. Let's see. Del Rio. Okay. El Patron sprayed with a fire extinguisher when he reaches the top of the cage, falls off the map. Hydro then climbs on the top. Son of Two-Face tries to help his brother Alberto, but then Laredo Kid comes out to interfere. Dang, more and more people keep coming from the back, getting involved in the chaos. Hamburger Kid rushes the ring and attacks El Patron. Okay, this is really confusing. There are all these people like all these attacks and stuff like that. So it seems like we didn't have a winner on this one. So oh, Hydro did retain the title, but it just seems like that oh okay. El Patron got handcuffed and was it like a cage match or something like that? Yeah, it was a cage match. But they didn't mention that. Yeah, they did not mention it was gonna be a cage match. So no, bad on them for not like mentioning it. So Hydro the Vikino, I'm sorry, end up retaining. So, it was kind of a shock that it ended up being, cage match. Oh, some of the photos from what happened. And wow, they one, two, look at that, a six-sided ring. Oh wow. Back then, TNA was, original to do that. But then again, we don't know how AAA has been, around this long. Well, I don't, but maybe some of y'all do. So if y'all can comment below, let me know how long AAA has been around. Because like I hear about them from like time to time and things like that, but just hasn't just wasn't saying much. So just looking at some of the I know they're like videos, but I'm not gonna play them. I don't think they'll be worth it in my opinion. Just look like what's going on. I wonder if the Parker's probably in his 40s or 50s or something like that, and still wrestling. So good for him. So yeah, I do remember Laparca in WCW. So I'm just surprised he still got it going on. So good for him if he can still do it. But I'm still stunned at a wrestler named Burger King. So I'm still kind of stunned on that one. This is crazy. But the thing is with Mr. Iguana, they're gonna end up using him. I think they're gonna put him up to WWE and probably use him for the either they're gonna start him with TNA or they're gonna have him join the main roster. Okay, so other events that they're gonna have going on. Oh, WWE is headed to Mexico for a massive super show. So and I guess they're probably gonna end up working with some of the stars from are they working with the stars from Triple A? So Saturday, July 26th at the arena CDMX. Then Sunday, July 27th, Arena Montgomery. I'm sorry, Monterey. Sorry, the Arena Monterey. Sorry, can't believe I said that wrong. So I guess WWE is gonna do their super show in Mexico. So that's what they said. They're gonna limit traveling and stuff like that. Some house shows they're gonna do certain ones. They ain't gonna do as many. So I probably gonna see how they're gonna do this year. And they was planning on saying that they might cut um because they said it was from 300. 300 shows a year down to 250. Then next year, like down from 250 to 200. But we kind of see what they're doing. They stay in that certain cities and do like multiple shows on that one city. So yeah, I can understand that. But show some love for Milwaukee too, at least. Like dang, um, almost Garza. Like I said, they did win the AAA tag champs. Which most likely they're probably going to bring it up to SmackDown and probably parade it and stuff like that. So it's like one of those wait and sees. Yep, ended up being a steel cage match. Like I said, I'm just surprised that they didn't mention that it was Wait, did they say it on there? Okay, I don't read. I'm not good at reading. I'm not that great in Spanish, but yeah, it's just been good. They would have explained it more on there. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna end the wrestling part for this. The Meridian Campbell. Sorry if I said your first name wrong. Welcome to the live. Hey, what's going on? So we're gonna get that, and we're gonna get to some Buck stuff. So, like I said, it ain't that much to talk about. So, what I got here before we get into some Buck stuff. Um, like I said, they had like for those who's watching the live, they did have like a at the pro shop they did had their specials. I think it's like a bingo special they call it. So the stuff they had was like 80% off. So yeah, there was a lot of stuff. So yeah, friend on here, he got the got some shirts, and I thought about like getting some shirts, but I just like there were some shirts that I was interested in, but I thought it was like it's too kind of too soon. So it's just like I just did not buy it. And some of the shirts that I wanted to get, I because I didn't want to go over the budget that I set myself for. So yeah, so I will show y'all what I got. So Glenn Robinson, of course. Yeah, and it only like costed like $1. So, and I didn't see many of these photos before, so it might be something that they they just decided just to put out. Cause yeah, I never seen these photos before at the pro shop at the times I went to. So yeah, they had this at the pro shop. Um, Not only I got the Glenn Robinson one, they also had a Ray Allen. So same thing, just like photos and stuff like that. Oh, okay. So it seems like this existed in 2000. So very interesting. And yeah, to show you guys here, the Ray Allen photo I got. They both photos were $1 each, but they had some other ones like Sam Cassell, Tim Thomas, Irvin Johnson, and Coach Carl. Which when I saw the Coach Carl one, I was like, no. After him, separating the team and like getting stuff messed up and stuff like that, and plus Ernie Gunfield, yeah, he's to blame for the team's downfall too. That fool. Um, what else? Yeah, although it's you see on my friend's post that he got, I think he got the 40th anniversary book, and for me, I got the 25-year anniversary book. So like I said, I do need to know more of my history with the Bucks, and although I got like books to like that will like tell me about the stuff, but the books, one of the books I had was like very inaccurate at times too, so it was just kind of sucks. But also, they had the book also have that was it things you need to learn about the Milwaukee Bucks before you die. So they got that too. So wait a minute, wait, I thought it was a book. It's a freaking calendar. but it does post up, the games that they had since the oh, they had it since December. So, interesting. And plus, it seems like at the time, they had a lot of downtime. And plus, back then there was no Christmas games. So yeah, just mainly just said like, ooh. Although I wasn't alive at the time, but that would have been interesting. They played the Atlanta Hawks on my birthday. Nice. But oh no, never mind. They wasn't home. They was away. And you got the final home game this season versus Charlotte. So hey, at least they did have some home games. So that's why see some of these games kind of extended because of the amount of teams they had. They only had at the time, I believe, in that 25th anniversary, they only had like about 28 teams, I believe. Because I don't think I see the Raptors or Grizzlies at the time. So yeah, this was probably like the 93, maybe 92, 93 season. Yeah, this probably was the 92, 93 season. So it makes sense. So that's why you probably see some of these games on here on this calendar that's like kind of spaced. Well, some of the games like spaced out because they only had like 28 teams at the time. Well, either like it was either 28 or 26. I think it was 26 at the time. I'm not sure because I know Toronto and Vancouver was introduced like later on in the 90s. Then they got rid of the Charlotte team and sent it to New Orleans. And at one point, it was in the Eastern Conference. Then they switched into the West. I don't know why. Just didn't make any sense. Hey, what's up, Coop? Welcome to the YouTube channel. But also, I do have this book already, but it was like a few pages was missing out the book I got. This is the book, about the 2021 Bucks championship. So yeah, so the thing was like I got this book already, but it was like already, tear it up. Like it was like one page or two was tear it up. So this is a full book. And yeah, $5 for it. So yeah, that is pretty, shocking for that price. And like, wow. So I got these two. I think for the I think they're either for the elbow or the knee pad. So either way, it's like my size anyway. So maybe one day, try to get back into playing, basketball, a little bit. Yeah, I guess I know you're happy about them championships y'all won. So kudos to you guys. It's not that, I hate Golden State Warriors, the players and stuff. Like, I didn't like Kevin Durant for like what he did, which Golden State Warriors was already an established team. Now, I think Kevin Durant just kind of ruined it for everybody. For him, oh, if you can't beat him, join him. You know, because certain rings that some players like put on, especially they go from one place to another. Half of the time, it don't even mean anything. And I think Shaq and a few people are realizing that too. Seem like they had to go somewhere just to get a ring and stuff like that. And it's just showing like you, especially with the almost like 7 6 7 years now, you have like different teams in the NBA finals. But out of that time, I think you got Boston that went twice, no, 3 times Boston did, and you have Miami going to the NBA finals twice. You also had Golden State Warriors at that period of time went twice, but one, lost one. So yeah. Oh, okay. You were a fan since you was 2. Oh, that's good. I'm just glad you're not just one of those bandwagon fans. When they end up getting Kevin Durant and suddenly, yeah. I'm glad you're not a bandwagon fan. I appreciate that because I cannot stand some of these like bandwagon fans of certain teams, including like the Bucks. Um, You got Pacers in 7. I got Thunder in 6. It's sad that Tyrese Halliburton, is a hometown person. Well, he's from Oshkosh, and it's like about a little bit over an hour away from Milwaukee. So I don't want the Pacers to win it this time. But in the 2000, like when they was in the finals 2000 against the Lakers, I was hoping that the Pacers would have won it, but they didn't. Kind of sucks. So I like Reggie Miller, so I wouldn't. I think it's S. Oh, SS will go to the game 7. Uh, yeah, I still got Thunder like winning it like regardless. So that's me. College team, Badgers and Marquette. Whenever I get the chance to watch them, which is like a little bit of time, but I will finally get to watch them more. This, no, I scratched that. I may end up watching them a little bit less because of my job, because I may be working on. Because it seems like they're gonna want me to work on Saturdays, and I worked on the first Saturday yesterday of my job, the first Saturday I ever worked on that job, but it was not great. But anyways, the 2024 NBA Cup champion hat. Finally get to buy one. It was $10 for that. Like I already got the the banner for it, but the banner fell down and I had to put it back up. Just been having problems with it for a while. Oh, West Virginia. Okay, cool. Like football, I really don't follow much. It's just like I just pay attention, like see what the Badgers are doing, and that's that. Otherwise, I don't follow like every team like that. But yeah, I did get this hat. I did got my son and the lovely wife in there. Bucks hat. It's like camouflage, kind of like represent, the people that's in like the military and stuff like that. So got that, and plus, my son is in the military, so yeah, for him. What else? And I got my son like kind of the same thing. I think this was a knee pad, and I think I gave him the elbow pad. So I would have a drawing out of that if we ever played, basketball. Um, this was the shirt I brought from the store. Although they only have shirts that go up to 3X, and that's fine. Like 4X would have been perfect, but 3X is still okay. So yeah, like a new buck shirt for my collection. So I got that. Oh, tell you that we thank him for his service. Um, y'all probably see the hat that I got on right now. This was gifted from my son for Father's Day today. So he got me this, and I am wearing like the green buck shorts. So got that. Um, so in a way, I was kind of like buxed out. Okay, so more things to show. There's only what was it, like a 5,000 of these, and they were selling them, and yeah, these were like five. This was like $5. So this will be hang on the wall, and can't wait for all that. So yeah, it's great. It's like a bus nation number thing. So this is a 4,655 one that the 5,000 that were released, but they did had a whole lot of them at the store. So do you think the Bucks trading Giannis? No. He already Giannis already mentioned that he's not going to ask for a trade or anything like that. So Giannis is most likely staying. That's why you probably don't hear that many talks about him getting traded anywhere. So yeah, you got it. You got the first name right. You just don't need to add apostrophe. It just just put the S right there and no like apostrophe. So otherwise, you got the name right. Yeah, and this and, and I am in no, that's not it. Let me see. Oh yeah, it's way back there. Did I get anything else? Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, and one of the most worst finds that okay, so we know like the Golden State Warriors do need a big man, but what would you say you guys on taking Brook Lopez? Brook, I call him Lopez. Brook Lopez. I mean, what y'all think about him joining on Golden State? Because I know we don't want him anymore, but maybe that would probably be a big guy you probably would give y'all get Brook Lopez. So that's just me just throwing it out there, but what do y'all think? Okay, another fine a hoodie that has no sleeves. So I finally got one and would be good to wear like in the fall, but knowing me, probably at the times I'll probably be crazy enough to wear it for summer, just to be happy with it. Like I said, they only had like stuff like go up to like 3X, so end up taking a chance on it, and why not? It'd be good to go to where oh wow, I take it you're not a big fan of Draymond Green. But yeah, I'm sorry, but he is like the one of the worst players out there. And like, although he's good defending and rebounding, and like good defender, but just some of the crazy moves, crazy stuff he does is just like unnecessary. It's just like why? And one more thing, like, but that was all that I got from the you know. Oh, okay, all right, just checking. I was about to say you just like brought up his name as like, oh, you want to get rid of him? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree with that. Like his anger issues does hurt the team more than help. You are right about that. But there are like videos out there, about Draymond Green, about like a lot of the YouTubers. Just they just most of them just they just can't not stand him. So yeah, it's like a lot of people, end up hurting, tripping, and all that stuff, like doing like the dirty plays and stuff like that. All that ain't even necessary. Just like just stick to your game and you'll be all right. This is what my son had gave me to match with this hat I got right here and the shorts that I'm wearing right now. So this is the final piece of the puzzle. I may or may not wear this shirt tomorrow. Although I'm not gonna wear the shorts, whatever, because I'm already wearing them, so it just don't make any sense. So yeah, so yeah, this was a good shirt. So that is all the stuff that I got from the pro shop, and no clue why Kerr played Polinski over Kaminga. Yeah, I don't like Polinski. Like I can understand, because using like a point guard and like a good shooter. So I don't blame him for that, but I do blame Kerr for not playing Jonathan Kaminga, and when y'all needed him the most. So I don't get that either. So I just thought that was like a foul move on their part for not playing Kaminga. But anyways, we'll get into a little bit of Bucks news. So some old pictures and stuff like that. Mainly where no, we talked about that one already. Maybe I went a little bit too far. Yeah, I did. Okay. So the targets that people think the Bucks should go for in the offseason. So they did something the likes of what y'all saw on the bottom, they did like same too, like Dennis Schroeder and Tyrese Jones. But the bottom one they said the Bucks should go, for uh God, Bruce Brown. Yeah, we need to trade Pozinski. That's the thing, because he is from this state too, and I thought he was very good for y'all. I mean, think y'all make him say like he's like that bad or anything like that. So that's unexpected. Um, hey, my aunt's on watching on TikTok. So hey, auntie, nice to see you again. Well, see me again and stuff like that. So appreciate it. Um, bet Ja gets traded to the Raptors or Heat. Well, the Raptors do not need a point guard, so I think he'll probably have like a better chance to go to the Heat and crap it happen again. With the sorry with the Twitch. So I apologize guys for that. Just give me 1 second and but yeah, maybe the Raptors will probably get somebody out of the draft. So I think they got the fifth or seventh pick or something like that. I'm not sure. But I know they in there in the top 10. I know that. Okay, now it doesn't want to work with me. So that's not cool. I think we're gonna be stuck with not doing Twitch now. So I apologize. The one player I can't stand is Anthony Edwards. What's wrong with Anthony Edwards? I'm just asking you, Coop. What's wrong with Anthony Edwards? And I gotta think of it that Minnesota is my second favorite team in the NBA. But what's wrong with Anthony Edwards? You know what? I'm just gonna end it from Twitch and because it seems like it's not gonna come back on, so I'm just gonna end it there. So I apologize for the people that was watching on Twitch. That just suddenly just cut off, but it just sucks that it seemed like the yeah. I probably gotta call AT&T tomorrow, see what's up with this connection and stuff like that. His personality and loved his personality. Oh, but he loved. Oh, you love the way he plays, but you don't like his personality. Yeah, there are some players like that too. So I understand that. But yeah, but this list right here that they got right now is like target for the off season for the Bucks. So they do got get Dennis Schroeder, also Tyrus Jones, and they added Malcolm Brogdon into the mix. So I don't know for a guy that couldn't stand the city because it was like segregated, which is kind of true, but it's like at the same time you could use your platform to make a city a better place. You know what I mean? Instead of being judgmental and not doing anything about it. I think low key everyone hates Dylan Brooks. Me personally, it's like half and half. But then again, you didn't see all this season that he was doing. What he was doing in Memphis. So it wasn't much of that going on. So I'm like 50-50 on Dylan Brooks. But I think y'all probably heard about the Magic and Grizzlies trade. Desmond Bain for KCP, Cole Anthony, and there was somebody else too. I can't even remember, and a bunch of picks. So it was two. It was total of four first round picks, but two of them were pick swaps. So seems like the Magic ain't gonna have. But then again, who knows? They might have some trades. But you know what? Just make it interesting. I'm gonna look it up. I know they ain't gonna officially edit it on Fanspo, but we can at least look at because it'll explain more what it trades. So it's probably gonna take like a few days for it's gonna like take a few days for Fanspo to update that. So if you want to end up doing some accurate trades and all that stuff, either if it's NBA or NFL, you can use fanspo.com because they are the most accurate trades that you can do on there, and it's like really accurate more than ESPN's, which kind of sucks. Let's see. Let's look at the Orlando Magic. Where? Oh, okay, they're right there. Like I'm not gonna look at the team. I'm just gonna look at the picks. Wait a minute. Did they really updated it? Oh no, they didn't. They didn't. So they probably gonna. It's probably gonna take them like a few days for them to update it. So it was Contavious Carver, Pope. They traded Cole Anthony, and it was somebody else too. Not sure who it was. I forgot. But then again, their picks were traded. Okay, they got 20 picks. So and they traded. Yeah, it was their 25th pick that they got from Denver. They traded away. No, no, I'm sorry. It was their 16th pick that they traded away, but they still got a first round pick with the 25th pick from Denver. So they got that. Also, hopping Golden State Warriors can get Miles McBride from the Knicks because we need a backup point badly. Can't play without Steph. Well, yeah, you guys do need. Because it seems like you have a problem with Pozinski for being the backup point guard. So I think you rather have a better one in your opinion than that. So I thought Pozinski was fine for you guys. Okay, and I think they probably did that trade. I think that probably got them out the apron. Let's see. Oh crap! So I know they traded the 2030 pick. I think it was a swap. So and plus, okay, even they missing that first round pick, so they still got our second round pick, and they also got the swap rights they got for the Pelicans second round pick. So oh, defensive point guard, shoot guard, and can shoot and get to the rim. Yeah, you're right about that. Um, was it 2026? Yeah, the 20. I think it was the 2026 pick that was a swap, and I think the 2028 one was a swap too. So yeah, it was a total of four picks that Orlando had for Desmond Bain. So yeah, that's crazy. So total, Orlando, be getting rid of that 16 pick. They really only got three picks in the draft, so I don't even think they sweating it or anything about that first round pick. So oh okay, so you think he has a bad shot selection? Yeah, it didn't look like that when he played against us this past season. But yeah, so all them picks, they traded for, it was just insane. It really is. Um, but yeah, I guess teams can do trades to starting today, but it got to add draft picks. So yeah, I did post that again. So another scenario that I put up, but I don't think it's going to happen. But if it does, sign Ben Simmons to the vet minimum and see how that goes. Maybe you can do that. Tall point guard that can pass, defend. But Kai can get to the rim, but he can't not shoot. Do you live in Milwaukee? Yes, I do. And that's where I'm living at right now in Milwaukee. Been born and raised. Um, but Mike, I knew about that already. Um, yeah, of course, Ben Simmons will be a free agent for contending teams on the veterans minimum. So, Montgomery. Okay, so that's probably why you like your college team, West Virginia. So I get that. Um, one of my favorite women wrestlers was from Virginia too. So that's Mickey James. That's if you follow wrestling or anything like that. Um, but yeah, I kind of put on this for people that seen the pre-recorded. I just said like, what if, you know, you're kidding, right? I know. It's a crazy scenario, but it's a veterans mineral, so they probably gonna pay him like 1 or 2 million. So okay, I'm just gonna reply no. It may sound crazy. It may sound crazy, but you're buying low with Simmons. Yeah, like I'm just putting it out there. It may sound crazy, but you're buying low with Simmons. Like Nahai, and he was once an all star. Maybe the change of location will really help him. Oh man, oh no problem. So I appreciate the sub. So thank you. Uh oh, let me fix you've been on for like over an hour, and TikTok always do that. So yeah, and he probably was the only one that saw that. Oh, okay, somebody else had like that. It's just like I put. It may sound crazy, but you're buying low with Simmons, not high. Or and we were he. Oh, I meant to say he was once an all star. Okay, so I gotta change that. Edit it. I can't say we. I meant he. And he was once an all star. Really help him. And let's see. And we need a ball hand handler while Lillard is out. So yeah, I know some people think, wait a minute, there's more people responded. Oh no, just that one. Okay. See, like I'm just saying, like rain here in West Virginia for Fort. Oh, how's the weather in Milwaukee? Not too bad, but it's just been strange for the last few years. Like in spring, it gets like hot, then it gets like down to cold, and hot and cold until when you reach June. But this year, it was like the same thing, mostly cold, sometimes hot. But I can understand, it being like 50 degrees and windy in spring. But yeah, it was like at times like you had to put on a coat. So yeah, this weather here has just been weird, but it's been better as of late, but I think it was like in the 60s or something like that. But let me double check. Um, let's see. Um, oh, it's 59 right now. And plus, we getting the wildfires from Canada. The air is just like crazy. So yeah, suffering. That Canadian wildfire. Which kind of sucks. I think that's all we're gonna talk about, like books wise. So we probably gonna talk about a little bit, comic book stuff before we end the show. And like I said, I try to make it a short show, but things just keep popping up. So what more can you do? Not heat lightning either because it's in 70s. So hey, at least you're in the 70s right now, so that's good. We're just like nearly 60, as I mentioned, on 59 degrees. Um, don't mind it being, kind of like this because when it comes to summer, I be sweating a lot, and I forgot to get yeah, a skull cap for work, so I need to like think about that. Okay, that's some worthy news. Aquafina will reportedly return as Katie Chin in Avengers Doomsday. Well, y'all probably saw her on Shang Chi's movie, so that was pretty good. So I can't wait to see Vision's Quest next year. I really can't wait to see that. Wonder Man can't wait to see that in December. What's the time? Oh, the time 11:12 right now. And I think it's probably like after midnight for you guys. Karaka says Daredevil and She-Hulk might get together again in the MCU. The way I like to think about that is that what happens in LA stays in LA. Although it was what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Maybe when I'm here in the future, maybe there's some possibility for a hookup. Oh my god, that's funny. And I send my wife this because she's like a big fan of X-Men, and I play AAU basketball. I'm top 150 in my state. Hey, you might end up going pro when you get a little bit up there. So that's good. I will subscribe to your channel too. Probably like keep updates on you and see how you do. So that'd be good. And plus, thank you for the subscribe as well. So I appreciate that. I guess episodes of X Men '97 and Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, although it was exclusively for Disney Plus, it will be on FXX starting July 1st. So there's probably gonna it'll be like a weekly thing. But if you didn't see X Men '97, you're in for the treat. Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man is good too. But X Men had to be the best ones out of Okay, I'm not going to talk about that because I thought the Marvels was good, but then again, some people expect more, and they had enough characters and special appearance from characters for being on there. So I just don't get it. So Emma Frost is rumored to debut in MCU's Avengers Doomsday. So some of this stuff I'm saying, updates and stuff like that, you can take that for a grain of salt. I'm sorry, Ivy. Yeah, because you can take some of that stuff with a grain of salt because it's like me. I believe it till I see it. Let's see. You remind me of my uncle that unfortunately passed away, and oh, I'm sorry about that. So, rest in peace to your uncle. Um, Black Panther will be reporting has a supporting role in Avengers Doomsday, while Shang-Chi is said to have a big supporting role. Of course, he will take the lead. We worried about that already. Nightcrawler will reportedly use his signature shores in Avengers Doomsday. We already know that Nightcrawler and Mr. Fantastic is going to like end up, fighting and all that. So yeah, Namor, yeah, he needs to be on there since he's a mutant. So why not? They plan to bring back Helen back in a future MCU project, but then again, we didn't know. She was fighting, the other monster that they created in Thor Ragnarok. Um, Okay, don't even know about that. Can't wait for that to come out next month. Yeah, so okay, box office theory. Early tracking show the Fantastic Four first steps can make to 125 to 155 million in its U.S. opening weekend. So, anyways, that's it for no Marvel stuff. We'll see if there's some DC stuff, but you guys gotta give me a moment. I will be right back. Yeah, we still gonna finish it because we're almost done. guys came to check on me. So that's good news. You'll probably see a little bit of the shorts I'm wearing. Let me see if I can go a little further. The shorts I was wearing, what I'm wearing today that I got for Father's Day. Okay, so let's get to some DC stuff before we end the show. So yeah, that's true. Bucks for to make some trades and be a playoff team next year. I think. I hope so. Although everybody, they looking. You go live daily. Normally it'll be Sunday, Wednesdays, and if there's like or wrestling pay per view before the day before the pay per view or the day of, I go live and talk about that. But mainly I'll be live on here every Sunday. If it's like a special that I want to do, like talk about the Bucks, like I did for the last week, there's times I go live. But I try to go live like if something was worthy to talk about, with the four topics we talk about. So, well, normally it just be like every Sundays until I you do any UFC. I used to, but it seems like nobody didn't have that much of an interest in it at the time. So it just pulled to me. Wait, Jordan pulled to Milwaukee just got more real. Okay, so that was a shocker, and that just appeared on the X. Just got a notification from it from my phone. So that's probably something to look into. So if there's anything that's really up to that story with Jordan Poole to the Bucks, I will look into it. Another Wisconsin guy, Jordan Poole. Like I say, I will look into it. If Yeah, there's been rumors about that for like the past week about maybe Jordan Poole will be getting traded to Milwaukee or something like that. But it's just like I did a scenario like looking at his contract and stuff like that and seeing like because like I think he's making like 31 million this coming year. So they would have to do some like big trade for to get him if that's the case. Like, yeah, but with Dame, he's gonna be out either most of the season or most or all of next season. So they need somebody, hold the fort down until he returns. So it is a smart move. Although they can probably get somebody from the draft, but then again, they also can do past considerations on a draft. Most likely, it probably will be a second round because I don't think anybody's gonna be taking cash like for like the first round. So of course, Bucks got their 47 pick, but they can also can buy a pick in the second round. So it could be something. Oh wow! So that means he's what 7'6" now, like a Sean Bradley type player. That'll be interesting. I like the Spurs too, like small market team, and they done good for themselves ever since 1999. So like the team, and too bad Brad Popovich is not he can't even coach anymore. He's like the team president now. So I can see him making like some good moves during the off season. So I know they're one of them teams that's like up in the running for getting Kevin Durant. Although I know some people just like, no, we should not get him. But this is crazy. Like I did a scenario with the same thing about the Bucks getting Kevin Durant. It could be like a good scoring duo with Durant and Giannis. Okay, let's see what DC is talking about. That just sucks. They still don't have a clue what they're gonna do with Well, they said Batman, Batman Part Two, whatever, or whatever it's gonna be called, gonna start shooting either late this year or early next year. And okay, so yeah, just oh, that's a nice poster. Oh, somebody else created it, but still, that's a nice poster for Superman. New look at Guy Gardner's Green Lantern ring and Superman. Looks good. Um, well, just me just hyping up Superman, which they rumored that it really got to do pretty good. Plumsky in a first round for Clay again. I was like kind of disappointed when the Warriors end up getting rid of Clay Thompson because they didn't want to pay him because like the last his season with them, where his final season with them, he ended up like not going to a good start. But it was between him or Draymond Green they was going to keep. So well, we already know the results of what they did, and I think it was a big mistake because there's a possibility that they could have won it. They could have been up there this year, in my opinion. If they would have kept Clay Thompson. That's just my opinion. So I'm not into any Marvel or DC. You think I should get into? Well, if you're like a big comic book fan and if you like read the comics like I do, like if you say I've been reading like comic books since I was like in my preteens. Because got interested in like X-Men. That was like the anime series that was out in the early '90s. That show got me into comic books. Like I said, I didn't even know they was like based off a comic book until I was like walking into Walgreens one day because Walgreens used to sell comic books and just saw them up there. I was like, wow! And then there was Wildcats up there too because they was like an animated show too. So yeah, then Spider Man and all that other stuff. So it just depends like what you like. My man, Batman is my favorite character of DC too, and I don't blame you for liking Spider Man too. So yeah, like if you want want to learn more stories about Spider Man and Batman and stuff, probably got to pick up the comics and watch some of the movies. So some of the movies are good, but I guess my favorite one is like that. I like the current Spider Man right now that's playing Tom Holland. And I also like, the Tobey Maguire with first three Spider-Man movies he did. So thought they did great on that one. And no biggest Batman fan, and y'all probably won't be able to see it, but like over here I got like a big Batman collection. Let me see if I can move it for some of y'all. Y'all probably can see it there, but I probably will just carry this a little bit, and you probably can see it, like some of my Batman collection right there. So just showing you guys. But for you guys it's on TikTok, probably get to see it a little bit better because I can at least you know turn this a bit. So apologize about that. Yeah, you and my wife both. She's a big Star Wars fan, and also my son is a Star Wars fan, but I'm not. Like the only movie I can can tolerate or watching is Return of the Jedi. And normally I'll make a joke about it because like I love Return of the Jedi because that's it for them. That's the final one and don't have to hear about it anymore. But no, like actually, I do like the Return of the Jedi. I can get to watching that. It's just everything else is kind of like hard to. Especially, with the latest stuff. Yeah, it's just yeah. I like that you don't cuss because most of these things, streamers that sports cussing like crazy. Yeah, I do my best not to not cuss, but there's gonna be times the wife comes in, she cuss, and also Mike that's here too. He's mainly like a wrestling guy. Um, he probably would say something too, but me, I do my best to try to keep it clean. And if we was like up to 1,000 subscribers, if you like do like a members only thing, maybe I can like have like an uncensored thing for like everybody to check out. And plus, maybe some things a wife want to have her like content on here besides have her content on YouTube too because she does got a YouTube channel as well. But yeah, really not much on. Yeah, really not that much on DC. So Mr. Miracle is now in production in animation. So never heard of Mr. Miracle, so that'd be a new one for me. Um, of course, they talk about the world's finest with Batman, Superman. That's gonna be up and running. Oh, of course, once again, James Gunn shut the idea of the Batman merging with the DCU, which I can understand because it just wouldn't make no sense after you seen like the first one and suddenly all this like get like scribble scrabble into it. So it just don't make any sense. It really don't. So yeah, you can keep that Batman on elsewhere and just create like another Batman and just whenever you decide to release it. So yeah, really not much of DC to talk about. So just mainly they promoting Superman, but yeah, it's not bad once in a while. But most of the streamers cuss like 19 cuss words per second. Oh yeah, yeah, like the minor stuff I'll say, but I wouldn't like be like blah 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 this and blah 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 that or anything like that. I just couldn't do that. And plus, I had my respect for the audience. I probably have some like young audience, or I probably would have like in the 20s and 30 age range, like a audience, and I may have some audience that's around my age. But yeah, I do get what you're saying that it doesn't need for like all that cussing to go on like on YouTube and stuff like that. You have certain ones that like when I watch I watch like Bus Digest. Um, they don't cuss on there, so that's pretty good. Although another Bucks fan, although I can't stand this guy at times, Bears Bucks breakdown. He does not cuss, but I think he lost some of his marbles at times where he makes some crazy decisions. So he's another one that you can check out. Oh, Amara's Logic. That's another one. Although Amara doesn't like cuss, but maybe some of the guesses that he has on there, they go over the line. But at least most of them try to be like respectful to that too. So that's another channel you want to check out if you don't like all that cussing. Um, love Cam Wilder, but love Cam Wilder, but he goes crazy sometimes. I never heard of that guy. But but yeah. But anyway, like I said, not that much DC news, and we're probably just gonna. Oh yeah, I didn't check comicbook.com. So Patrick Gibson, the one that plays like the young Dexter, works on the video game following the James Bond rumors. So it's gonna be like in the James Bond game. That's funny. Konami reported bringing back a series not seen since the PS3 and Xbox 360. What could that be? See comics, gear, gaming. I know back then I used to talk about gaming, but it seems like nobody wasn't that interested when we was doing talking about gaming. Oh yeah. You play any video games? I play games on my phone, but I need to get back on like playing, my PlayStation and stuff like that. Just haven't been playing them for maybe like the past 8 9 months. And that's the funny thing because I ended up buying WWE 2K24 and I haven't even played it yet. That's how sad it is because like I'm focused on everything else. Because it's like I probably will get back into it, this summer. Call of Duty Warzone. I like Call of Duty Black Ops, but I do like Modern Warfare as well. But my favorite has to be, the Black Ops games that's out so far. I didn't play the latest one yet, but I'm gonna try to soon. Cause I know we're up to Black Ops 6. I believe I got one, two, three, and I think I got one, two, and three Black Ops, but I don't have like the four or five. So it's like one of those things. Got to get back to playing it again. But sorry. Yeah, there's really ain't much. My Adventures with Superman to launch a marathon in time for James Gunn's Superman. Okay. Well, let's see, because I did see season one and season two of My Adventure with Superman. I thought it was great too. But let's see. Well, the X Men and stuff having their marathon, on FXX, and now they doing this like to mainly just to promote My Adventure with Superman. So let's see. Okay, season three, of course, they saying is in the works, and of course, Superman for DC Studios will hit July 11th, but help celebrate the new movie debut and kick off the July 4th weekend style with Adult Swim has announced its official Facebook page that My Adventure with Superman will be taking over on Saturday, July 5th from midnight Eastern to 5 a.m., which here will be 11 p.m. to 4 a.m. For the big marathon. Oh, it's mainly like doing a marathon of season two. Okay, I understand that. They could have done season one if they wanted to. But my friend Mike, he's one of the people that be on us with the WFSO crew. Claims to be a big Superman fan, and I think he only saw like season one. He didn't watch season two or anything like that. So, so okay, so they're making a My Adventure with the Green Lantern soon. Wow, that's crazy. Sorry. Oh, well, that'd be interesting. My Adventure with Green Lantern. I wonder which one they're gonna use. So it's gonna be a Green Lantern power ring falls from the sky and chose high school student Jessica Cruz to be his. Oh, okay. So his will be a different Green Lantern, the female one. Like I heard about the female ones before, so this ain't gonna be nothing new. Just glad they finally gonna end up putting that out. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for I'm addicted to the shows from the '80s. Um, Wish they would do a Marvel character from Mars. I don't know why, but it seems cool. You really got to check out Guardians of the Galaxy. Well, although you got like Peter Quill, aka Star Lord, that's from Earth, but always been living in like space, and you got most of your space characters there. Like you got Drax, you got Rocket, got Groot. So they may not be like from Mars, but they be like out there in outer space. Same thing with Silver Surfer, another like Cosmo character that's out there around the I think Fantastic Four, the first step you probably would like too, because Galactus is another one that's from outer space too, and that'd be cool. But yeah, get a chance to check out all three the movies Guardians of the Galaxy. Um, you don't have to watch the Avengers Infinity War or Endgame to follow with Guardians of the Galaxy, because it does, continue their story from there after the second Guardians of the Galaxy. So you don't need to watch Avengers Endgame or Infinity War. 'Cause, oh yeah, Thor: Love and Thunder. That does continue with the story with the Guardians of the Galaxy too, but they ain't on there that long. So if you want to check that out, go ahead. Um, But yeah, just watch all three of the Guardians of the Galaxy. So if you think you probably gonna get lost after watching, the second one, then just watch Infinity War, Endgame. and also watch Thor: Love and Thunder. So because their story kind of continue from there, but you really don't have to watch them, to follow their main stories that's going on in the franchise. So yeah, just one, two, and three you can watch and you'll be fine. Um, but yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Sorry for the people that was watching on Twitch and then again, stop and cut off. So kind of sucks. Thank you guys for being on TikTok. Try to put more videos out there, and I know I got a plan on trying to do a like a movie review, but just didn't have opportunity to go to the movies. But there are going to be some movies that we do want to see. I know the missus want to see Lilo and Stitch, and so do I. And also, Megan 2.0 is going to be coming out. I think not this coming week, but next week. So that'll be like interesting to see too. And then you got Superman, and you got Jurassic World. I think the missus will like to see that one, but I don't know. After the Lost World Jurassic Park, I just fell off from that. But then you got Fantastic Four, which will be another one that Coop you should check out when it comes out. Like another like I said, outer space characters like with the female Silver Surfer and with Galactus. So that probably be something to catch your interest in if you like the things from from outer space. I'm gonna be so upset after the finals over because we got no football, no baseball, and no college sports. All we got is wait, y'all don't got no college football team or no college basketball team? Man, that gotta suck. But I swear I thought y'all had like a college basketball team, or maybe a football. Well, like college wise over here. Oh, not until it starts again. Oh, okay, I see, I see. I got you. But anyways, you guys, thanks for people that's watching on Facebook Live. Also, you guys that's watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe, and we try and get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. When we get close to 1,000 subscribers, we will do a giveaway. Not sure what the prize is going to be just yet, but just stay tuned and try to share the channel as well. Let people know that we do like Milwaukee Bucks content, wrestling content, comic book content, and also developments that's going on here in Milwaukee. So you interested in that? This would be the channel for you. So it's mainly you're gonna see mostly wrestling and Bucks content, but you'll see like everything else on here as well. So over 2,700 videos and counting for YouTube, and yeah, a lot of videos that y'all can like check out too. And of course, starting July 3rd, like if you're into wrestling, you can see like some indie wrestling action starting, on that Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central. You'll see it on there. There's something like shows that I went to, so get a chance, check that out. Also check out the website wrestlingfanspeakout.weebly.com. Updates on wrestling shows in the Midwest. Also meet and greets that's happened in the Midwest, and I do got to update the website, so I'm going to do that as well. Um, like I said, meet and greets in the Midwest. Photos that we took, with wrestlers and what we took with Bucks players as well. So yeah, a lot of content that's going on, and plus, we're still trying to work on the merchandise store. Like I said, it looks like it probably will be like the end of summer that it will be released. So yeah, just had to tell y'all that one before we ended the show. Um, you seen Squid Games? Yes, I did, and my wife is a big fan of them. But it is good at some parts too, so I enjoyed it as well. And I will watch season 3 with her too when it comes out. I think it's this month, but not sure. But thanks to our sponsors, Mike and Robin Thompson, and also Midwest Wrestling Collectibles. So if you interested in like some wrestling merch or anything like that, you can look at Midwest Wrestling Collectibles on Facebook. You can find them there. Um, I've never been to any meet and greets. Most popular person I met is Pat McAfee. Oh, you lucky. he's like one of the few people that I haven't met yet, wrestling wise. So you lucky on that one. But I probably will do a live one day and show people, if you look at some of my WFSO top 10 video that's on YouTube, it shows some of the pictures, that I met. Oh yeah, before he got to went to Indianapolis Colts. So yeah, I can understand that. Like I said, I didn't know about who he played for in college or anything like that, but yeah, he got a good persona though, so that's good news. But anyways, guys, I gotta go and I gotta some videos and editing to do. So I always try to make these like live short, but they never end up going that way. So, but I appreciate it. Oh, Javon Carter, yeah, he did play for the Bucks at one point, and Chicago guy, yeah, he's from Chicago and played for his hometown team, the Bulls. So, yeah, so it's just whenever you get a chance, check out the website wrestlingfanspeakout.weebly.com. There were some Bucks players that me and the missus had met, and also wrestlers that have met as well. So get a chance, check them out. So may show some interest. So oh nice, Kamiga and Wingens. That's good. But yeah, guys, let me get out of here. I appreciate y'all watching. We will have an episode next Sunday, most likely. And to all you guys out there, happy Father's Day. If you have a kid, if you spend time with your kid and stuff like that. And for the single women that had to put up, had to be both mother and father, which I know some people ain't gonna like that, but too bad. We shouldn't have no deadbeat fathers. So, anyways, happy Father's Day to all everybody. Happy Pride Month, and also this month is also Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. So last month, was Mental Health Awareness Month, but everybody, check all the male figures in your life. Make sure they okay because you never know where they're gonna need your help when they at least suspect it. So always checking on them. And plus, I'm advocating for much for mental health awareness because I suffer from mental illness as well. So and yeah, and I'm glad I got the therapy and all the help that I'm getting so far. So it's working for me. So hopefully, you guys that having the problems like get some help about it as well. So, but anyways, okay, let me officially get out of here. I appreciate y'all watching. Until the next video, you guys have a good one, and thanks for subscribing, and thanks for the people that's on TikTok live on my TikTok page. Um, a lot of likes, so I appreciate that. But let me try to get out of here, and thank you guys once again for you that's watching on TikTok. And if you guys on here, YouTube, until the next video, you guys have a good one. And I don't know when the next live I'm gonna do, but we get a chance, check out some of the past videos. So see you later. Until the next video, and have a good one. Same thing to you.